Hello and welcome to the What Leigh Makes YouTube channel. Today's video is a roundup of my September 2024 making. Today's date is the 11th of October 2024. Today's video will cover quite a bit of sewing and a little bit of knitting. The video is about 2 weeks late going up, sorry. Maybe next month I'll be a little bit more on the mark date wise. So right at the top, as you can see, any regular viewers, any returning viewers will notice this is different. I have finally changed out my summer dresses to my Halloween and autumn dresses, and these are my newest sewing mates, so these will be covered. I'm very aware you've got a really big square of light. These will be covered a little bit in podcast, but that has changed, which is really, really exciting. They are all brand new, all were sewn. No, that's a lie. Most were sewn in the month of September. I think at the end in August podcast I had mentioned I had done a little bit of sewing, but things were in progress, so I was just going to wait until everything had been finished. So some might have been done very late August, but they were all finished in September. Very exciting. I will do knitting content first, I think. So I finished 3 pairs of socks in September, which for me is really good. These are in no particular order as such, but they are not in the order that I've finished them. So the first pair is this really beautiful green pair. They are knit in West Yorkshire Spinners Florist collection. I can't remember what the colourways are. They will be down below in the description, but I've got the green sort of patterned. It almost sort of looks like it's spiraling. I really like that. For the main colour, and then the contrast colour is the green that matches. I can't remember the names, sorry. I had cast these on in March, I think. I want to say I'd finished 1 sock in March, and I think I got down to just starting the heel flap and then put it down, started on April's sock. So I have done a heel flap, I don't know which one, a heel flap, gusset, foot and toe to make a complete pair. So that's exciting. And then I also finished, I think these might have been April's pair. So I'm trying to knit a pair of socks a month, but I have found that I wasn't finishing the pair of socks in the month, and I sort of just left them and started on a new pair when the new month started. But I finished these. I think these were April's socks off the top of my head. They are West Yorkshire Spinners cinnamon stick for the toe anchor, and then King Cole zigzag in, I think it's called Bracken, for the main body. They're beautiful, very neutral. I'd also started these, as I said, I started them in April. I can't remember which one, but I think I was about maybe like here on the foot of one. I'd done most of it, and I just needed to do a little bit more on the foot and then the toe. So a complete beat, really. But I have finished them. It's very, very, very exciting. I've shown those first because they were the ones that got washed and blocked and left to block and dry, because they were both pale colours. But I had finished my September socks. I don't think I showed off the yarn in the last podcast. I generally do, but I think I'd started the podcast. I filmed the podcast a bit late and I'd already started the socks, so it was easier not to show at all. I just pop them on blockers. These have not been washed and blocked, so they may not look as pretty. Have debated getting more blockers, but I don't know whether it's a priority right now. So these are my September socks, and I absolutely love them. They are West Yorkshire Spinners in the Autumn Leaves colourway for the main colour, and West Yorkshire Spinners in Cardamon for contrast. Purse and toe. There's quite a few colours that I could have pulled out in these. I think Cardamon might have just been the nearest one, or the first one I pulled out and would work. So I think that's the reason I think that might be the reason I used it. They're really beautiful. They are 64 stitches, 2x2 rib. However long I fancy it in the leg, to be honest. I tend to just try it against my calf and see where I'm happy with it. A slip stitch heel flat and gusset. I'm a UK 7, so a 20.5 centimetres foot length, and then I do the toe, which is, I don't know, it just looks like this. It's just in the pattern that I use. I need to try out different heels and cuffs and toes, really. That would be fun. I absolutely adore this yarn. I have got enough to do a t-shirt in it, and I also want to do a shawl with, I'm thinking a 6-wive shawl with contrast with all of the colours. There are 5 colours here, as sort of the stripes, if you're aware of the 6-wive shawl by, I can't remember who the designer is. Again, I will remember to put a note in the description. But they are beautiful. I managed to knit these pretty quickly, hence why I also managed to finish off 2 pairs of socks in the month. Complete disclaimer, I had been working on another pair of socks that I had started. I think they were the May socks that I started in May. I knit most of one sock. So the first sock had already been finished. It was a hoe. I then, in September, did most of the sock. However, sort of October came and I carried on working on it because I didn't want to be without any knitting to do at all. I weren't ready to cast on a new pair of socks. So that will feature in October's podcast. However, I did do some work on it in September. So that's all my knitting. Yeah, very proud of myself that I finished 3 pairs of socks. I have not knit 3 pairs of socks at all, but I feel a bit smug anyway. So sewing. I managed to make it to my WI as a craft club every month. I don't always manage to make it due to work, but I did manage to this month, sorry. And we made a sewing machine, not cover, although I think you can use it as a cover, but it also sits under the sewing machine, like a sewing machine mat. I'm still doing mine. The fabric was already kind of cut for us, but I chose a really beautiful sort of floral with a creamy whitey background, which I really like, because it'll suit my lounge quite well. And then on the back, it's a down. Oh no, it's not. It is black. I believe she said this was from Pound Fabrics. I was going to buy some to make a dress and then realised it was a poly cotton. I think it's 60% cotton, 40% polyester or something. I didn't want it as something to wear, but I really, really like that. How cute is that? So this is still in progress, as you can see. It's looking a bit messy. It's probably not my best work. I am not a quilter at all, but I have done this in September too. I will try and show it as a finished object at some point. And then My dresses, I'm so excited. I find that I don't sew very much generally. And then I panic sew because I realised, I think last time I had holidays, that would be sort of February, March time. And then this time I realised like August that I needed to do a load of dresses for Halloween. So I'm panic sewing for Halloween and for Christmas. And then I probably won't touch the sewing machine again for months on end because I don't think I did much sewing, if any, between the dresses for holiday, late February, early March, to August, to be honest, which is not good. Which is not good. It would be easier to have them down. Let's see. So they are all, the dress that I am currently wearing is the Buttrick B6409, I think. I make the largest size. It is too big, as you can see, but it's nice and comfortable. It's breathable. It shows off patterns really well. It works for quirky prints. And it also looks nice and sort of quite plain or sort of officey professional print fabric. So it's really nice. It's high necked. I cut them, if they're going to be worn with tights, I cut them just below the knee. If they're going to be worn bare leg, I tend to cut them more kind of midi length or somewhere between like an inch or so below the knee and midi length. Depends on sort of the print and stuff. So as you can see, I have got loads. Very exciting. They are all the same pattern. They're literally just different fabrics. It's very much a dress pattern that I enjoy sewing. I enjoy caring for. So easy to iron. I enjoy sewing it. I enjoy making it. I enjoy wearing it. So I just tend to stick with it. It's very rare that I sew anything different, to be honest. Oh, so I have finished 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 20 dresses and 1 t-shirt. Not bad going, eh? So the first is this really beautiful, let me try sitting this way. The thing is, I rely on natural light, hence the videos so late going up or being filmed, but then it can be really glaring too. It's really difficult. The first is this really beautiful, I want to say art gallery fabric, but that might be wrong. It's a really sort of beautiful slate grey background with various coloured spiders on it. Oh. And the spiders have kind of skeletons or skulls, etc. in it. The bias binding is a metallic 100% cotton. I think it was from the Christmas range last year. Yeah, before. Maybe before that. But yeah, it's really pretty. I've done the thread in pink. I don't know how well you can see. But that's really cute. And then I have this Halloween fabric. It is from, I think it's from the quilt shop or the quilt company, off the top of my head. It's a really beautiful sort of grey background with the traditional orange pumpkins. They're all sort of carved out like jack-o'-lanterns. And then you've got some white ones and some black ones. The black ones have kind of cats or crows or cats or spiders. And it's really fun. The bias binding is again the grey metallic cotton bias binding, and it's same with orange thread. And then also from the same store, which I think is called the Quilt Shop, is this Disney one, which is really fun. It's a grey background with Minnie Mouse themed witches' hats. And there's some spiders and some bats and stuff too. Just thought that was really fun. This has used organic floral cotton from Higgs and Higgs in the orange colourway. Same with orange thread. All of them have got the matching bias binding on the hem too. This is another Halloween one. Oh, actually, I bought that fabric, I think, last year for Halloween and then didn't get a chance to sew it. Those two are the Halloween fabrics that I bought this year to make Halloween dresses. This Halloween fabric I also bought this year. Can't remember where from. Possibly from Etsy. I'm not sure. It's a purple background with various kind of dancing figures as mummies and werewolves and skeletons, ghosts. Yeah, it's really fun. It's also got some bats and some sweets on. This has a floral bias binding from Etsy in sort of a lilac-y pinky colour. It also has some green. I'd really liked a really nice bright green to match the green alien figure. But organic cotton bias binding that's patterned is actually getting really difficult to find. I'm a little bit limited. I don't feel like much has come out. I used to really like the organic floral cotton from Higgs and Higgs, but they no longer stock it. Well, they don't, they haven't replaced what they've already sold out of. They have replaced it with some floral bias binding, but it doesn't look as nice. Again, I do really like red bias binding for this, but I'm struggling to find anything. So this is black background with white skeletons and red roses. I think this was bought online. Again, probably from Etsy. The bias binding is the white metallic 100% cotton. I do prefer red, but never mind. That is same with red thread. That one was same with purple thread. I had to buy Cardamon in the end because I couldn't find the right match purple. This one, this is probably one of my favourite Halloween dresses. How perfect is this? It's like perfect for me, isn't it? This was fabric that I bought from the Creative Craft Show last autumn winter, so last kind of October, November time, with the intention that I'd make a Halloween dress. I have used the organic cotton floral bias binding from Higgs and Higgs. This is the one that I really like. But yeah, it's just really nice. The skeleton print with flowers on. I can't remember what store had this, and it annoys me so much because I remember they got tons of fabric that I really liked. I did buy loads from them, and I keep wanting to have a look if they're online, but I can never remember what they're called. I am going to the Creative Craft Show this year. I think I'm going on the Thursday. Possibly the Friday, but I think it's the Thursday. I've already booked my ticket. Please comment down below if you're going. I'm so excited for it. So, did that one. And then this was a Halloween dress that I started. I know that I started this because I did show it in my sewing whips video. I think it had just been cut out. It hadn't even been sewn up. And I think I'd cut it out ready to sew it. I don't even think it was last year. I think it was the year before, because last year I'd have been in my own place. And I vaguely remember cutting this out when I was still living at Grandma's. But it is a really fun print. It is sort of a peachy colour. Peachy pale pink, which isn't my normal. However, I bought it online. I can't remember where from. I think I might have bought this and the spider fabric that I showed first at the same time. And by the time I come to cut it out, I cut the back out first and then went to cut the front and was really short. So they obviously didn't have the 2.5 meters that I normally buy. So frustratingly, in the end, I decided to just cut. So it was all one length. And then I added a plain orange cotton band to give it the extra length, because I thought the orange pulls out the orange and the sweets. Wow. I thought black might be too harsh. Well, to be fair, I went open-minded to the fabric store. Yeah. I went quite open-minded to the fabric store looking for a colour, and I was hoping to find like a greyish colour. So I thought black might be too harsh against like the really pale of this. But the greys weren't quite matching up, and I thought the black might be too stark. Obviously, I wanted to wear it with tights. And then the girl working there, I was explaining what I was looking for, and the girl working, Gail, the handcrafters hub in Nuneaton, actually suggested the orange, and when I tried it against it, I thought it was really thin. So yeah, that's what I did. Very grateful for the suggestion. That is the Halloween dresses done. I have a couple of autumnal dresses. So what I've done is, while the machine's threaded, so I'm prioritising my Halloween dresses because Halloween's very fast approaching. And then I'm also trying to get Christmas dresses soon because Christmas will be fast approaching. But then I'm also conscious while the machine's threaded with whatever colour for the Halloween dresses, if I've got anything that would be useful in kind of November time, then I may as well just cut and sew them as well while the machine's threaded with the right coloured cotton. Then do the Christmas dresses and then change the machine thread and do the same thing all over again for the next round of colours for Halloween, then for like just general autumn, then Christmas. And then we'll figure it all out in January once I've tried to get through at least my Halloween and Christmas fabric stash. I'm also trying to get more dresses just to wear in November in general, but I would like to do more sewing moving forward anyway. So this is Liberty print. Oh, that's really bright. This is Liberty print. I bought it from Roy's Material World in Leicester in the summer. I want to say I might have gone around my birthday time. I remember buying some Liberty prints. Thought this would work for autumn. It's quite autumnal print, quite an autumnal colour scheme. The bias binding is the pink floral from Etsy, sort of a lilac-y colour, a bit of pink, a bit of green. I really like this. I think it lends itself really well, sort of 70s style dress. I need to get some tights that'll go with it. I'm thinking like a nice dark purple or a lilac or something. So I need to hunt out some tights that would work. I don't often buy Liberty. Well, I don't have a lot of Liberty print, and I always really like using it. So I can't wait to wear it. I've got a couple, but they're sort of normally Christmas dresses, I find, because they tend to do really nice prints and I can justify it for a special occasion dress, but not necessarily for an everyday dress. Isn't that really strange? This is fabric from the Handcrafters Hub, Nuneaton. I think it's a Nutux brand one. I used red thread. I used the bias binding that is kind of Latin tea almost, with coffee. Well, it's got mugs and teacups and teapots and some biscuits. It's a bias binding that I really like. I find it really quirky, but I don't generally use it, so I'm just trying to use it up. But it pulled out sort of the reddy and greeny colours I liked. Just an apple print. I really liked the print. I think I looked at it a couple of times when I went in, and I kept walking away, and in the end I just thought, I will get it. The lighting's gone really strange. I really hope you can see okay. So yeah, that's nice for sort of an autumnal print. I'm going to pause the video, try and sort out the lighting situation, and then I'll just join on to another video. Close the curtains. Hopefully it doesn't get too dark in here. Just want to show you the apple print fabric just so that you've definitely seen it. And that is the Liberty one that I've just shown. I've put the ones that I've shown up there out of the way. And then this is fabric that I bought from the Handcrafters Hub again, but I purchased this when they were a market stall. So she originally started as a market stall in Nuneaton, and then sort of bought, rent, whatever, a unit, like an actual shop, which is fabulous. This is a really beautiful sort of London print. I did my masters in London, so London will always have a really special place for me. I really like sort of the colours and the sort of geometric print. I use the same bias binding as before, the sort of teacup. I can't see what you can see. Tea print one, but this is it's more like a blue and sort of hot pink colour scheme, whereas the other one is kind of much more sort of reddy, orangey colour in green. Yeah, I really like that. I think this one's slightly longer because I think I'd normally wear it with tights, but I might get away with wearing it without tights, so I think I made this one a tad longer to get away with both. I'm like popping them on the floor down there. This one is fabric that I purchased from the Coventry market. Annie's Ribbons and Things, or Annie's Ribbons and Ruffles. It's really beautiful. I don't know what brand it is. There's a black background and it's got red cream flowers with green leaves. It does look quite Christmassy. If I needed an extra Christmas dress, I don't think I will because I've got quite a few. And I've got more fabric and I'm probably going to buy some more Christmas fabric. But if I was really desperate, this would work. It's a really nice nod to Christmas without being in your face. But I've made it more as sort of an everyday dress, or being more sort of an autumnal dress. As you can see, the bias binding is on show here, and that does kind of annoy me. So I might unpick it and resew it. So I've used from Etsy, Just Create Crafts. Bias binding, it's cotton, white background with a green ditzy floral print. Again, I do really like to red bias binding, but couldn't find anything and I just needed to get the dress done. And then we get into my Christmas prints. This is fabric that I purchased in Amsterdam when I was there in March. I look like a Christmas present wrapped up. It is brilliant. It is so fun. I absolutely love this. This fabric was really like quite crisp and quite stiff when I was using it, but I'm really naughty, so I tend to cut out on the floor because my dining table is solid wood. Don't fancy wrecking that with a pair of scissors. And so I tend to cut out on the floor. So while I'm young and supple enough to be able to crawl all over the floor, I will do. So I always feel like I'd have to wash the fabrics once they've been sewn anyway because they've been dragged all over the floor. So I tend to forego the pre-washing because pre-washing fabric, you then have to iron it to be able to cut it. That's a lot of effort. I have done it. I tend to make things too loose and too baggy anyway, so I've got a little bit of wiggle room if anything does shrink. But of course, please do be professionals, don't follow me. Do be a professional sewer and pre-wash your fabrics. But actually, now it's been washed, it's much nicer. It definitely still feels a little bit crisp. But it's okay, it'll be worn once or twice a year. So it's all good. The bias binding is also from Just Create Crafts on Etsy. It's a Christmas one with sort of holly berries and poinsettias and pine cones. Yeah, this is the red background one. It comes in a white background, a green background, which I already have, and the red background. So that's really pretty. This is another Christmas dress. So these are all now Christmas dresses. This is fabric that I purchased from Etsy. I can't remember the store. But I bought it because I was buying some other fabric that I really wanted and saw this. It's okay. It is quite thin, which I think will be okay. I can get away with sort of wearing a slip underneath or like a underskirt or whatever. It's worth bearing in mind if you did want it. I'm only going to wear it once a year, but it'd be quite nice as pyjamas, I think, to be honest. It's okay. It's a dress that I'll wear once a year, to be honest, so it's okay. But it's red and green check with sort of, it has got quite a bit of black in, and it has got some metallic gold in it. I really hope the camera picks that up. The bias binding is the Just Create Crafts on Etsy. The Christmas bias binding in cotton in the green background colourway. I'd go away for using the green or the red, but I'd already got the green because I purchased it last year or the year before, and I was waiting for the red to arrive so that I could use it for other dresses. This fabric is from Annie's Ribbons and Ruffles, Annie's Ribbons and Things on Coventry Market. It's very sort of Scandinavian, I think, but I really like it. It's got gingerbread trees and gingerbread houses. A little bit gutted it doesn't have gingerbread men. I think there might be a fabric from this range that does, but if I remember right, it's a creamy background. I really liked this because it got the grey background. It obviously has pink too, which makes my little heart happy. This uses the sort of afternoon tea bias binding with, again, teacups and cupcakes, some jam, teapot, pretzels, etc. I chose it more because the colours went better than my Christmas ones. Yeah, it's okay. It's nice because it's Christmassy without being over the top. I would really like 20, so I want 31 Halloween dresses, and then I want 25 actual Christmas dresses, and then a 26th Christmas dress made out of scraps and leftovers, so all sewn up together, patchwork together, and then that made into a dress for Boxing Day. Hence there's so many Halloween dresses, hence there's so many Christmas dresses, and hence I want more fabric for them. I need to sit and work out how many dresses I've already got for Halloween and Christmas so that I don't overbuy fabric. I know I've got more left to sew. Might see those at the end of the month, at the October's podcast. So yeah, it's okay. As I say, it's nice that'd be one that I wear sort of maybe early-ish in December where it's not, you don't want Christmas in your face. This one is Liberty print. Oh, I'd seen this when I was in Devon in March visiting a friend, but I didn't purchase it. It is Liberty, so it is a little bit more expensive, and I knew that I'd gone to Devon, and then literally a day after I come back from Devon, I was going to Amsterdam. And I really, really, really wanted this fabric and the next one. And I remember seeing, I think I'd seen one of them in Amsterdam, which then confirmed that I definitely needed them. So I waited to come back to the UK and I purchased it online from the website, from the store that I'd seen it in Devon. I hope that makes sense. It's from Serendipity, which is based in Devon somewhere. Bobby Tracy, maybe, off the top of my head. But it's a Liberty print with lots of Christmas presents. It's so cute. I think it does come in another colourway that was like red, green, and navy, and I really liked both, but this one just seemed a bit more me. It's very cute. It's kind of like teals and blues and a bit yellow, quite like pink. The bias binding is the metallic 100% cotton and the gold, because I thought that matched really nicely with the yellow. Again, I do need to get some tights to match, because I don't know where the navy tights will go. This is also a Liberty print from the same collection. They also had this in the navy with the red. It was very heavy on red, dark green. I can't remember what the other colourway was, but red, dark green and navy were like the predominant colours. But it's houses with Christmas trees and they got stars on. That makes cute. And then I think there's cars with presents and cars with Christmas trees and presents on. Again, I really like this sort of colourway. I think it's very me. I've got the gold bias binding. Again, I've used pink thread. Yeah, it's very cute. I do need some tights that go with it though. But it's nice because, again, it's not overly, it's not like traditional Christmas, but it definitely still has a Christmas vibe. My next one is, I wanted to say I purchased this from my sewing box. I think I purchased it for Christmas last year and then didn't get a chance to sew it, or didn't get around to sewing it. But I didn't even think I cut it out last year. But I'm fairly certain it's from my sewing box. It's based on the 12 Days of Christmas with the leaping guys and the nutcrackers and the swans and the gold rings. It's very cute. Off the top of my head, I think it comes on dark green background too, but I really liked the red. Thought it was very sort of festive. But yeah, that's really cute. I think I might just about get away with wearing it with black tights because the guys have got black throughout. Oh, and the bias binding is the red Christmas cotton from Just Create Crafts. This is more cotton fabric that I purchased from Handcrafters Hub. It's a fabric that I dummed and ahed about quite a few times because I really liked it. And then I saw, what's her name? Retro Claude, I think. I think she'd done a Christmas dress in the same fabric or very, very similar. And I was like, I need it. I think she made one and then she wasn't happy with it, but she showed off what she'd done anyway. And I was like, yeah, I need that. But it's really nice because it's a red background, but it's sort of a mottled red. So I think the really dark patches can look almost black. So I think I get away with wearing black tights with it. But it has got green and red stars, and they've all got like the gold metallic outline. So I just thought that was fun. Again, it's Christmassy, but it isn't. I would say it's not over the top Christmassy, but it probably is to most people. But this to me doesn't scream Christmas until you get really close and notice the green in it as well. So again, that might be one for sort of earlier in December. This fabric is also from Just Create Crafts. The Handcrafters Hub in Nuneaton. I really wanted nice robin fabric because along with wanting 31 Halloween dresses, I want 31 Halloween socks. And along with wanting 25 Christmas dresses with a 26th Christmas scrappy dress, I want 25 pairs of Christmas socks with a 26th pair that's made from scraps of Christmas socks. And West Yorkshire Spinners obviously did the robin colourway a few years ago, and that was their Christmas colour for that year, which I have. So I wanted a robin themed fabric so that I could wear my robin themed Christmas socks with it. I really like this. It's got lots of robins on. They've got scarves on. They've got like red berries. And there's some sort of foliage and leaves and stuff. I think it's cute. It doesn't scream Christmas to me. It's winterish, wintery, but it doesn't necessarily scream that it's Christmas. So again, can be used really early December if I needed to take a dress or two out of my Christmas rotation so that I could put in other dresses that I prefer the fabrics of. This is one that might get pulled, and I think I get away with wearing it in sort of November, January time. But I have used a Christmas themed bias binding from Just Create Crafts. This is the white background one. I thought that went best with the robins. As you can see, there was a little mistake here. I think I've mainly fixed it, to be fair. So I'm hoping I can get away with that with black tights, but I think I might need to get some different coloured tights. I hate underwear shopping in general. I hate bra shopping. Don't mind undergarment shopping, but bras are horrific. And tights I really struggle with because you can't try them on. You can't try them on in the shop, and then you can't try them on when you get home and return them, so if they don't fit. Oh, and then all the denier. Trying to work out the difference between a 40 denier and a 60 denier and 90 denier. Oh, no, thank you. I hate it all. That's why I only have black and navy tights. I think I've got some grey tights. And that's actually, I think I've got grey tights. Maybe I need to dig them out because they've worked for that. But I definitely need some different coloured tights, and I'm putting it off because I don't want to go tight shopping. Hate it. My final two pieces are more for summer. But one machine was threaded with pink, and I was doing this in August, so I did wonder whether I'd get away with it, but obviously I didn't. This fabric is, I think it's a Rose and Hubble print, I'm not certain. It's from Roy's Material World in Leicester. It's a black background, but it's got like various pink flowers on it. It's really beautiful. I have made it longer, not that you can probably tell, because it will probably be worn with that leg. It has got the organic cotton from Higgs and Higgs in the floral pink colourway. But yeah, I really like it. This will, now that it's been shown, it will just go in the wardrobe with the rest of the summer stuff until next year, sadly. And then this one, final item, this is a t-shirt. Well, it's not quite a t-shirt, it's like a vest top. Well, I don't know. It's not a t-shirt because it doesn't have the sleeves, but it's not really a vest top because it's quite, covers a lot. Anyway, this is cotton fabric from the Handcrafters Hub in Nuneaton. In June or July, I made skirt, and I bought a couple of plain cotton fabrics to make little tops to go with it. That will be in that video. I think it was a green one I'd sewn, and that was fine. And I wanted to make the pink and just didn't get a chance, as always. So no, actually I would have done some sewing between holiday and Halloween, but not much. And I wanted to do the pink, and again, because I got the machine threaded with pink, I figured I could just sew this, and then even if it just went away, the next year at least it's done. I think I possibly cut it a little bit short, so I ended up having to bias bind t-shirts. I don't tend to bias bind because they tend to be worn I don't wear t-shirts and skirts very often, but they tend to be tucked in. It's normally to wear a skirt. They tend to be tucked in. I don't think I've got enough to do the hem properly without bias binding. But yeah, it's really pretty too. Oh, that was a lot. So as I say, we're already at like the 11th of October, so there is more sewing that has been done and that I do plan to do. So hopefully there will be more sewing content in October's podcast. There's also quite a bit of knitting content. There's also a bit of knitting content in October's. I can't show you the yarn that I'm going to use for the next pair of socks because they're already on the go. So thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate your time. Have a wonderful day, and hope to see you soon. Bye.